On a warm January afternoon in 1919, the people of Boston's North End heard a low rumble like a passing train, but there were no tracks nearby. Then, a wall of molasses, 25 feet high, came roaring down the street at 35 miles an hour. It sounds absurd. It killed 21 people. To understand how a flood of syrup could turn deadly, you have to understand what molasses was worth. In the early 1900s, it wasn't just for baking, it was fermented into industrial alcohol used to make munitions during the First World War and rum afterward. It was big business. And to store it, a company built an enormous steel tank right in the heart of a crowded immigrant neighborhood. There was just one problem. The tank was a disaster from the day it was built. It was thrown up quickly, never properly tested, and it groaned and leaked so badly that neighborhood children would collect the drips in cups. The company's solution? They painted the tank brown so the leaks wouldn't show. Residents complained. Nobody listened. And on January 15th, an unusually warm day following a bitter cold snap, the pressure inside became too much. At around 12:30, the tank tore itself apart. Over 2 million gallons of molasses exploded outward. The wave was powerful enough to snap the steel supports of an elevated railway and shove buildings clean off their foundations. And molasses is deceptively deadly, dense and heavy, and in the cold, it thickened around its victims like wet cement, making escape almost impossible. 21 people died. Roughly 150 were injured. Rescuers waded in waist-deep, pulling people from the sticky flood for days. The cleanup was staggering. Crews used salt water and sand for weeks, and the harbor ran brown well into the summer. And for decades afterward, locals swore that on hot days, the North End still smelled faintly of molasses. Then came the blame game. The company insisted the tank had been bombed by anarchists, a convenient story in a nervous, post-war America. But the lawsuit that followed became one of the first major class action cases in Massachusetts history. After years of testimony from hundreds of witnesses and engineers, the court reached a clear verdict. The company was at fault. The tank had been built badly and inspected carelessly. And here's why this strange story actually matters. The Molasses Flood helped change the rules for everyone. In its wake, cities and states began requiring that engineering and architectural plans be signed, sealed, and reviewed by certified professionals. A standard we still rely on every single time we walk into a building today. A ridiculous-sounding disaster quietly made the modern world safer. 21 lives, lost to a wave of syrup. It's easy to laugh at the premise until you picture it. The Great Molasses Flood is a footnote in most history books, if it appears at all. But it's a perfect reminder that the strangest disasters often hide the most human lessons, cut corners, ignored warnings, and the people who pay the price.